Welcome to Understand the Math. Today I'm going to teach you all about the order of operations for solving any math expression and show you an easy way to remember how to do it. This is a really important concept, but one that is often misunderstood or easily forgotten. Be sure to check out the link below for free guided notes that you can use while you watch this video. There's space in the notes for you to highlight everything we'll go over and fill out the answers to the examples that we're going to do. This way, you'll also have a set of notes to refer back to when you need to review this concept again. The order of operations is a set of rules that dictates the sequence that operations should be performed to solve an expression. It can be remembered by the acronym PEMDAS, often pronounced as PEMDAS. When you're simplifying an arithmetic expression, the first operation that you need to do is denoted by the letter P. It stands for parentheses, and you first need to perform the operations that are inside the parentheses. The second operation is denoted by E, which stands for exponents. For this operation, you need to calculate exponents or powers and roots. The third operation is denoted by MD and stands for multiplication and division. You perform multiplication and division at the same time, which is why those two letters are grouped together, and you work from left to right no matter which one comes first. The fourth and last operation is denoted by AS, where A stands for addition and S stands for subtraction. Just like multiplication and division, you need to do addition and subtraction at the same time and work from left to right, doing whichever comes first. We're now going to do two examples. The first one will help us learn how all this works, and then the second one is a bit more challenging, so you want to make sure to stick around for that one. For the first example, we're asked to evaluate this arithmetic expression. Before we begin, let's write down the order of operations on the right-hand side so we can refer back to it. It's P, E, M, D, and then AS. Let's go ahead and write down our problem so that we can highlight what we're going to do next. We're going to evaluate 8 plus 3 times the quantity 6 minus 4 squared divided by 2. As you can see from the list on the right, the first thing that we need to do is to evaluate what's inside the parenthesis. Let's go ahead and do that. That gives us 8 plus 3 times 6 minus 4, which is 2, squared divided by 2. We'll now evaluate the exponent. This gives us 8 plus 3 times 2 squared, which is 4, divided by 2. We now need to do multiplication and division, working from left to right. I'll highlight the one that we'll do first, which is the one on the left. This gives us 8 plus 12 divided by 2. We'll now evaluate the 12 divided by 2. And this gives us 8 plus 6, because 12 divided by 2 is 6. And then for our last step, we'll do the addition. This gives us an answer of 14. Let's return real quick to our multiplication and division step. You might notice that we could have evaluated this part first, 4 divided by 2, which is 2, and then multiplied it by 3 and got the answer of 6. It's just a convention that you work from left to right because that's the way we read, and for many of us, our brains process better if we work from left to right. Let's now dive into our second example, which is a lot more complicated than the first example. Just like we did for our first problem, let's write down the order of operations on the right so that we can remember what to do. It's P, E, M, D, A, S. Let's begin by writing down our problem. We're going to solve 8 plus 2 times 3 squared minus 1, all divided by 4 divided by 2 minus 5 times 1 plus 1. We'll first evaluate what's inside each set of parentheses. This gives us 8 plus 2 times, notice in this one we have an exponent and a subtraction. We're going to do the exponent first and then do the subtraction. So this is going to be 9 minus 1. And all this gets divided by 4 divided by 2 minus 5 times 1 plus 1, which is 2. We still have parentheses to evaluate, so let's go ahead and do that. We have 8 plus 2 times 9 minus 1 is going to be 8, all divided by 4 divided by 2 minus 5 times 2. We don't have any exponents, so let's check that off. And then our next step is multiplication and division. We have a multiplication on top, a division on the bottom, and then another multiplication on the bottom. We can do all those at one time. So we have an 8 plus 2 times 8 is 16. And we divide that by 4 divided by 2, which is 2, minus 5 times 2, which is 10. For our last step, we'll do the addition on the top and the subtraction on the bottom. This gives us a value of 24 on top and 2 minus 10, which is minus 8 on the bottom. And this is equal to minus 3. Hopefully you'll now feel more comfortable with knowing which order to do the operations and also feel ready to do some of these problems on your own. You can do this, it just takes practice. If this video has been helpful to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. Keep believing in yourself and have a great rest of your day.